Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Plague Inc. Evolved, the Windows version of the popular cell phone game, Plague Inc. That is in early access. That's a different way to say it. Today we're doing the scenario Swine Flu. Patient 0 is infected with a new mutated strain of Influenza A, the H1N1 virus, a reassortment of the 2009 strain with limited lethality. Existing antivirals are moderately effective against it. However, the analysis of the genetic makeup has identified potential sequence similarities to the 1918 Spanish flu strain that killed 5% of the world's population. Will history repeat itself? Ooh, that's not good. 2015, right now, there was a Spanish flu that killed 5% of the population in 1918. So, every 100 years. Although, you know, if we got rid of 5% of the people, it's all about, can you get rid of the right 5% of the people? Ah, that's just a bad joke. The failure of 2009 must not be repeated. H1N1. Bird flu. Well, I was gonna start China, but I clicked the wrong button. Oh well, we're back in our normal Southeast Asia place. Let's see. Alright, so we've got a different layout again. About half the scenarios were like this. We start off with Swine 1, we can go to Swine 2, and we have Droplets 1, Droplets 2, we can do water and air. We have several symptoms already here. We could do fatigue, we could do paranoia, insomnia, rash. Let's see. So I assume these are the real symptoms. Viral instability. I don't think we're ready for that. And then bacterial and pneumonia. Interesting. Antibiotics. Interesting that antibiotics wouldn't work for something that is a virus. Explain that one to me, people. Explain that one to me. Why would you be taking antibiotics for a virus? They shouldn't work at all. It's like taking a headache pill for your toe hurting. Or I guess maybe that would work actually. If I could think of a better reference. If I could only just take pills to make better conversation and speak more correctly, that would be amazing. This is interesting. So New Zealand Center of Magnetic Field Shift. A recent fluctuation in the Earth's magnetic field claimed by scientists to be strong enough to be harnessed by New Zealand as a source power. Okay, so New Zealand now has got more money. That's what all of that means. Where is New Zealand? I thought it was somewhere around here. That's New Guinea. That's Indonesia. Where is... Here's New Zealand. Boy was I off. make a fool of myself. Let's just speed this up a little bit and keep on playing. I think there was probably a little bit of hysteria with H1N1. It probably was a pretty bad disease, but it was sensationalized by the news people. News has gotten worse and worse in the past few decades about sensationalism. We could do bird. It is a bird flu. I think we should do bird. Let's wait, though. They're starting to work on the cure. Let's forget that. Let's see. That one, and that one to slow them down. I don't want to lose. Desperately don't want to lose. There's a new country infected. There we go. It's starting to spread now. DNA is the next upgrade I want to get, and then I'll do bird, just for fun of it. Of course, if I start introducing the bird one, I might start getting mutations too early. Let's see. There we go. Bird 1. Antibiotic resistance. Let's do genetic hardening for 8. Why not? And 24 for the next genetic hardening. Probably worth it. Oh no. This is happening too fast now. Korea shuts down its borders. It's probably too late now. Historic reassortment. Give the ability to access the genetic sequence expressed in the 1918 thing. Ooh. So if I click on this, it doesn't say it's going to increase the lethality, but I don't know if I trust it, and I'm not ready for that. We will pull that one off and bring out the Spanish flu. So did the Spanish flu come from Spain or Mexico? That is the problem of having two countries that use the same. They're both called Spanish. Although it probably came from Spain. I don't think we might back then have called it the Spanish flu and it came from Mexico. But I would hope we would have retroactively fixed that. Corrected ourselves. Let's see. Make antibiotics less effective. Why not? Go ahead and give it bird 2 and swine 2. Then we can go to livestock 1. I'm interested to see how this is gonna go. What, 3% of the cure, so we don't need to worry too much right now. Livestock 1 unlocks livestock 2. What countries are not infected right now? Sweden and Morocco. Countries we really don't even have to worry about. So, extreme zoonosis is what we've got there. Pulmonary embolism mutated. Not killing too many people. Only at 7% of the cure. Looks like this is gonna work. Systematic infection. Or systemic infection. Let's see what this is, so if we get that. Those two. Rash is mutated. 16% to the cure. We need 30 more DNA to get the blood transfer. Nausea is mutated. So that's blood 2. That and that. How much is this? Am I ready for this? Is the question. I don't feel like I'm ready. We've got too many people on this planet that are still not infected. Every country is, but I want to see no healthy people on the planet. Coma mutated. I've got ridiculous amounts of DNA. This might be a new all-time high at 132 DNA. Come on, spread. I have so much stuff, I might as well increase the transmission a little bit more. Might as well. Myocarditis. How you pronounce some of these things are ridiculous, and I think it has to do with people trying to make the words be pronounced the way they were originally in Latin, even though they've been mutated and changed in their spelling. So let's see, that would be myocarditis would be what I would call it, but I would certainly not call it myocarditis or imyocarditis. How would a normal Americans say it? Myocarditis. I don't know. I've started to adopt the very simple concept of the way Japanese words are pronounced, because I tried to learn Japanese and made no progress on it, because it's a hard language and I didn't have any real reason to learn it. I was lazy. But they have a thing where at most 3, maybe 4 of their characters are a syllable. So usually it's 1, or usually it's like 2 characters. When in the English versions you're supposed to pronounce it, and then you go to the next 2 and you pronounce that, and they don't combine or change the way they sound to each other. So it's a very when you pronounce it, it's like soldiers in a line. I heard this example somewhere, and I don't remember where. But so it's soldiers that are equal distance to each other, and you pronounce every part, and you're standing straight up and proper with it when you pronounce Japanese things. And then Americans, it's like a bunch of drunk soldiers leaning and falling over each other, some falling forward, some falling back. But yeah, that's about American English, and every single scenario is a little bit different than the scenario before. So you really have to have lived with the language your entire life to truly be anywhere close to properly pronouncing some words. Alright, so we did historic reassortment. We have infectivity to the max, severity to the max, and we've unlocked epistasis, hemophage on the hemorrhage. That wasn't me mispronouncing, that was me misreading. Of the nasal mucous membrane causes severe nosebleeds, increasing the likelihood of infection. Okay. And then hemoptysis, coughing up blood. I mean, there's a word. Hemoptysis. And then pulmonary hemorrhage. I kind of like that I'm pronouncing all these ridiculous words. It's pretty funny to me. Here's the next one. So this whole section here seems to have only been lockable through the historic reassortment. Alright. We're gonna start seeing people die left and right. The question is, will I be able to get some more symptoms than here? So we can see them. Hemorrhagic shock and JoyToKey storm. Never heard of this word. Cytokine? I've never even heard of it. Positive feedback loop between the cytokines and the immune cells causes fatal immune reaction. Can offer insights into cure development. So it might be easier to cure with this one. But man, look at that lethality. I want to go get that for 29 DNA. Oh, or it just can mutate. Why not? And then total organ failure to get it to the max. 22 here, 57 here. If I can get 22, and then we can get lucky and mutate total organ failure, that'd be pretty cool. Total organ failure mutates, and I got 22. Man, sometimes I think the games are just listening to me. Wow, it would take several hundred, maybe 100 or 200 more DNA, but it looks like we could unlock every single thing here. We got a big old bunch of DNA at some point. I think for getting coma or something. We're gonna win. Yep, I think H1N1 could have certainly spread, but it didn't. I think the truth is almost every disease, as particularly the flu, can spread and has the potential to become deadly, but it hasn't happened yet, and as long as we keep working at it, I think we stand a good chance of it never happening. So I'm gonna be a little short DNA to unlock anything else, unfortunately. Get another genetic reshuffle, lower it another 5% or so. Would have been nice, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna win, and that is great news. Great news that we win on the first try. Great news that we can continue down the path of progressing. H1N1 flew to destroy humanity. Now, I don't think there's any realistic reason why any flu today would somehow bring back the exact same traits of the Spanish flu. The only way I think that could really happen is if somehow the Spanish flu came back. I think the options, unlike this game, are far too varied and random that we wouldn't see it be the same. Plus, a lot of things have changed in the close to 100 years. Anyways, that was 410 days. It got the cure down to 45% for a virus. It got us 57,702 points with 2 biohazards. Still not really sure what it takes to get to 3. Maybe you have to play on something a little bit more difficult to casual. I'm not sure I really bother to care though. The one I remember that was really easy was Sovereign Default. So maybe we'll come back at the end and we'll try that on like Mega Brutal and see if we can get 3 stars for at least one of them, just for fun. Next time we are going to try Bacteria on Mega Brutal. Can't play with the cheats, unfortunately, so that's gonna stink. Are we gonna get it done? I don't know. We'll try. We've been playing for a long time. We'll keep on trying. We'll go down the list, trying things on Mega Brutal. Just go down all these on Mega Brutal, and as we're finishing off the scenarios and see where we got to it. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, click on my name Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. If you want to follow or friend me on practically any social media, all those links are down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.